Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Delighted to have on the program a guy I've been trying to get on for a long time and can't for life of me explain why it took so long. But I'm delighted to have on the program a gentleman that is called JasonHeadsets.com. Jason, I can't say your name without laughing. How are you? Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, and actually, as of yesterday, I'm now Jason SurfrApp. So,
oh my God! So wait a minute. I thought you had committed to the entire year to have of 2014 to be JasonHeadsets.com. What happened?
So actually, 2013 was Headsets.com. So I lived as JasonHeadsets.com all last year and sold my name again. And for this year, I'm Jason SurfrApp for 2014.
Okay, so I want to know what you're going to do to broker my name. I mean, I'm thinking I could be like KevinPriceline.com.
You've already got a pretty cool last name, so I think we just got to look into companies where we could throw an extension on there, so you don't have to change too much.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. KevinPriceline.com. I'd be all over that.
Perfect. If you can do a really good impression, then you can just fit right in with all their marketing stuff.
Yeah, with William Shatner. William Shatner's like my hero. I'd be all over that.
Perfect.
So we got to work on that, dude. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for both of us. So, but seriously, you sell your name for a whole year.
Yeah. So I put up an auction on a website called buymylastname.com, and in 2012, my mom went through a divorce, and so it kind of left me in a position where I didn't want the last name either, and this has been my third last name. So I said, let's auction it off. For this, I got paid to wear T-shirts for a living for a couple of years, so it kind of seemed like the next natural progression.
I love it. Tell us about the whole T-shirt phenomenon that you went through there for a while.
Yeah, so in 2008, I kind of saw this trend in social media where a bunch of businesses were trying to figure out what to do with it or if they should be on it. And I said, hey, I could be a guy that promotes these businesses. I don't care what T-shirt I wear. Why not wear a shirt with a brand on it and talk about these companies on social media and make videos for them and get paid to do it. And so I started iwearyourshirt.com and actually have a New York Times article coming out this Sunday with a feature on how I generated $1 million in revenue wearing T-shirts over 5 years and got to wear shirts for 1,500 different brands of all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, and why did you put the shirts up?
What's that?
Why did you stop doing the shirts?
Well, I worked doing this for 5 years, and at one point when I had started, I was about 880 days in without a day off. So I kind of burnt myself out on it. I was working 14 to 16-hour days. Everybody always thought, he just puts on a T-shirt and goes outside. It was a lot more than that. So I just wanted a break. I mean, anybody who does anything for long enough, wants to kind of take a break and see what to do with it. And we actually have a new kind of model for the business that we're starting this year and seeing how that goes.
Yeah, I heard something about you possibly franchising it.
Yeah, so we had talked about doing a franchise model, and I think that it's just a little bit too much to tackle right now. But what we have now is we have a list of a ton of people who want to wear T-shirts for a living, fans of I Wear Your Shirt, or people who've heard about it through awesome interviews like this. And so we're doing something we call group shirting, which is basically where we take the power of the crowd and we let a brand say, hey, we want 500, 1,000, 2,000 people to wear our shirt. They'll wear it, they'll promote it on social media, and it's kind of like a virtual flash mob, if you will. And we've done this with Pepperidge Farm and Arizona Tea, and they loved it. They said it was some of the best marketing they've done. So that's kind of where we're going right now, and I think it's a really unique thing that we can do that no one else can.
Yep. What is your, by the way, how much did you sell your last name for 2014?
So for 2014, it went for $50,000, which was awesome because I got to donate 10% of that to a nonprofit organization, and the rest of it's going to go towards helping me write my book that I'm working on right now.
And under what name?
Yeah, so the book will be by Jason SurfrApp /JasonHeadsets.com/Jason Sadler. It might be the longest byline of any book written.
Wow, that's fantastic. So how are you parlaying this into a larger enterprise? You've talked a little bit about it, but kind of give me an idea systematically how you see that happening.
Yeah, fantastic question. I'm really just starting to figure that out, and I think that's why taking a break from Irish Shirt was good for me, so that I could think about, all right, what does my future look like? What do I want to do? And the big thing for me that I love is helping businesses do more creative marketing stuff, consulting side, or just giving them a lot of free knowledge that I've learned over the years. And the other side of it is helping people figure out how to make money doing what they love, right? So I'm trying to combine both of those things into a new brand, which should be going up along with the book that comes out in May, and just to kind of align myself going forward to do those two things that I really enjoy doing. I think a lot of it will be public speaking, which I've done a ton of, and just creating more great content so that people can get free resources to, do what they love and make money doing it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. What kind of things did you do to market the selling of your name?
It's funny. When I thought of this idea, I was like, all right, well, this is one of those ideas that's either going to completely bomb and it'll sell for like $20 to a friend who just doesn't care and wants to give me a stupid name, or, I think it'll do really well. And I was very fortunate the first year that it just got picked up very quickly by a lot of media because it was such a crazy idea. I really didn't have to do too much. I mean, I've built up a decent following on social media, Twitter and Facebook, and got some pretty good press for Ira Your Shirt over the years. So those contacts were there, and, they're always interested in the new crazy antics that I'm up to. And so I shared it with them, and they talked about it, and got some really great coverage.
Yeah, that's cool. How much did you get your first year?
First year was $45,000. So I've pretty much almost made $100,000 selling my last name.
And love it. I think that's fantastic. I love the idea. And I wonder, are you thinking about becoming a broker for other people who want to do that?
I think broker is a very friendly term for it. I've had a lot of people email me and ask about it, and I feel so weird if I was the guy that was selling other people's last names, So I don't know if that's a future business for me, but we'll see. If enough people email in, maybe I'll have to do something about it.
I think you might have to do something about it because I think there's some people that are, almost famous or micro celebrities and those type of people who already have some branding that would probably be pretty easy for you to get the money, and it might become a vehicle for them to take their personal brand to the next level.
Well, and I think a lot of people can relate to my situation, right? Their family goes through a divorce and their last name doesn't carry any weight, or they're just people who, a last name doesn't mean a lot. Their last name might be Smith or something, and they're like, well, this isn't a cool last name, or what have you. So yeah, maybe we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I love this stuff. So 2014, you got your book coming out in May. What are you calling it?
The book is going to be titled Creativity for Sale, and not unlike my other projects, I'm actually crowdfunding this book, and I'm not using a publisher or a book agent or anything. I'm offering sponsorships on the bottom of each page of the book at a website called sponsormybook.com, and it's pretty much the first time anybody's ever done this, which is pretty much akin to all my other crazy projects. And it's already 60% sold, and got some really cool companies on board already.
SponsorMyBook.com, and I'm assuming this is another one of your ventures, that website too.
This is my big project for this year, and I just want to show everybody that I've never written a book before. I'm not a writer. I don't have any experience in it, but you can set this up for not very much money. You can put it out there in the world and believe in what you're trying to do and make it happen the way you want to do it.
How much do you need to raise?
So there was no specific goal in mind financially. I mean, I didn't know anything about the book publishing world, but I just wanted to say, all right, I'm going to write 200 pages of a book. I pulled the number out of a hat and said, I'll do the first page for $600 and, decrease the price by $3 per page just because I know not a lot of people read every page of every book. So I think the pages in the front are more important. And so actually, if everything sells out, which it should, I'm on the way. It'll make just over $100,000 for, a book that I haven't even written a page for yet.
Got to wrap it up. Jason SurfrApp, by the way, that's spelled SurfRapp, has been my guest today, and you can learn much more about him at jasondoesstuff.com. Great story. Thanks for spending time. I'm going to have my producer get a little bit of information from you during the break. But thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. Have a great weekend.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, so over there at usgatoreview.com. You're listening to The Price of Business.